All of us are here because of a common cause. The removal of Central.
What? I mean, you can't just...
It's a difficult proposition, and we need the help of someone like yourself.
Everyone, take cover!
Dr. Regis, will you lend us your skill as an investigator?
Yeah, you'll find who tried to kill me!
Do this for us, Charlie, and we'll give you everything. We can tell you who has your kids and exactly where he is.
Fine. Just remember, I'm not doing this for your sake. Someone here almost killed me as well.
Thank you anyway, Charlie.
You are, without a doubt, a skilled detective, Dr. Regis. I am proud that the city employs only the finest. I believe that your inquiry will find only one credible suspect, myself.
You're going to plead your innocence? Tell me it's a mistake?
Not at all. You see, I am indeed responsible for the attack. Yes, I am responsible. I acted to save my family from my mistakes. I joined this project to protect the city that I love. The rest of you are backstabbing cowards, out to loot Newton for your own gain.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Counselor. That leaves us only one option, I'm afraid. Liam.
What are you doing? Wait, stop!
Poor dear Counselor Dean, tragically thrown from the building by the blast.
You're completely insane.
We're doing what we have to, Charlie. As promised, the information you require. The man who has your kids, your mind-jacker, is a contractor, Jayam Kressel. He's based out of an aerostat currently moored at the Xanadu dockyard.
You haven't changed one bit, Nina.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Charlie. Remember, I'm always here if you need my help.
Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to Saving Often. We are on part 7 now of Technobabylon, and by we, I mean me and my dear friend David.
Check your baggage, because we're about to go to the airbase. Maybe, transport ourselves into a world of adventure.
Yeah, maybe we're just gonna fly the hell out of here. Like, this is enough dirty, grimy cyberpunk city. We're just gonna fly to Canada or something. I hope Canada still exists in this fiction.
It could just be a big crater for all we know.
So we are here with Latha. We are going to be meeting up with our friends who are would we? I wouldn't consider them terrorists, would you?
They're certainly a counter
rebellion.
They're the underground here. The revolutionaries. The what was the Final Fantasy VI term? The returners. Of game narrative.
Yeah. They are leading a rebellion against the computer-driven state, and simultaneously, as we are here, Charlie Regis is also on his way here. Last week, we learned a lot about the motivations of his former teammates, and now also revolutionaries in their own right. They're trying to take down Central so they can replace it with a lesser Central, a better Central. Everything seems completely above board. I'm sure that this will end just fine.
We also got to, Charlie got to do his whole, little detective sequence where we pinned it on the actual murderer, but we missed out on the opportunity to take down a mobster who probably is arguably the bigger threat.
Arguably the bigger threat, yes, but I could not bring myself to pin that crime on him.
I think that it's understandable because, the councilman was responsible, and you can't just if him get away with it. Even though he's nice about being a scumbag, it doesn't necessarily mean he should get away with it.
Exactly. Yeah. If I'm going to be moving toward an idealized version of the future, the first thing that I have to do is get rid of the people who are lying behind your back.
Listen, you gotta just have a nice foundation of corruption when you build the new system.
Listen, all I want from my corruption is for me to understand that it's corruption, okay? If you're going to come out and tell me that you're a corrupt drug lord, cool. We are on equal footing now. I know you, you know me. No lies here. We have our places. So these aerostats look to me to be like airplane blimps.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look. An aerostat is tethered to the landing field. Through the fence, you can see dock workers loading crates of cargo.
You know, aerostat is a word that I've only learned of this year, and yet I'm seeing it more often than I would imagine.
Really? So
I mean,
it's
I'm
a
sure
thing.
that the word is used prolifically elsewhere. It's just kind of like I'm only noticing it now.
Ah, interesting. I thought that it was just some sci-fi jargon that they threw together here.
Disco Elysium also uses it, which is why I'm like, is that a thing?
I've got to get to
Am I
Disco
out of the
Elysium.
aerostat loop?
Yeah, maybe they've just been here the whole time and you've just never noticed.
Perhaps.
There's an aircon here.
That aircon's putting out a lot of heat. Must be working pretty hard in this weather.
There's a window. Through the window, you see a man who looks too well armed to be working at a front desk. Closer than that is his mug of coffee. The door leads into the terminal. Check out these bulletins. I love a good bulletin. Through the damage, you can make out an itinerary, some long-expired special offers, and a message where somebody's hacked the text to display rude ASCII drawings.
Do you
Good.
think they call it a bulletin because there's a bullet in it?
Oh, yes, that's exactly why it's called that.
That's why I'm here, folks, for the dad jokes.
Oh, except you're not actually dad, so that just makes you a faux pas. Hey, looks like a bug guy. Crisis agent. Though you're not very worldly, you're pretty sure that this man is much more imposing than someone who'd normally be working the desk at an air freight firm. A painting of a turn-of-the-century antique fighter jet from the days when they still used human pilots for the role. It's a warm night. With all that armor, it's no wonder he needs the aircon. The reception's office terminal. The hidden tabs for online poker suggest something about the staff's work ethic. A map of the world showing destinations serviced by Xanadu air freight, or at the least, they used to be.
It's locked. I figure that huge keypad's got something to do with it. Hello?
We're closed.
Can I just...
No, go away.
You don't even...
No, it's too hot to argue.
Can't I...
Okay.
Get out of here, Thrall.
Can't I...
Get out of here, Thrall.
Alright, it's too hot.
We can make it hotter.
Oh, yeah, we probably can, can't we? Could probably hack this thing and turn it off.
The wetware won't form a connection with it.
Oh,
Guess we're
bullshit.
just gonna have to
The
use
wetware-
our crowbar.
The screen's
They
probably
didn't-
not connected into the higher systems. I'd better save my wetware for more important targets.
Nice.
They didn't spring for the Oh, that works.
Damn it. Why'd it have to break tonight?
Can't I...
Get out of here, Thrall.
So I'm gonna have to spike his coffee, right?
That seems feasible.
Oh good. A hypodermic injector gun still holding a few milliliters of powerful anesthetic. Vapor from the guard's coffee is carried by the breeze into the warm night air. Taking care to ensure the guard doesn't see, you squeeze a few drops of tranquilizer from the injector into the coffee.
You realize, Rick, that now the other people waiting in his online poker game are just going to be waiting forever.
Well, hopefully they turned on time limits on Board Game Arena.
Hello? Guess that tranquilizer did its job.
Cargo manifest. Oh boy, look at all this information we have.
I better start reading every single one, Rick.
Components, computer, components, aerostat, components. I'm not going to do that. There's too many. THE Systems Automeal. Mandala beware. That's interesting.
Well, we're probably going to have to figure out where exactly. You can revert from backup. What does that mean?
Okay, looks like it restores this to where it was. I'm going to have to fiddle with the weight here somehow. Something that we don't know yet. This is a puzzle that we've not encountered as of yet.
Nah, I don't want it now that I know what's in it.
Man.
Wetware. Slap it on there. Just grease it up.
Try as you might, you can't find any systems on it that appear new enough to accept a wetware bond. That'd make their security system at least, 20 years old, you reckon?
Well, that's disappointing. We have to solve puzzles? Ugh.
It's amazing how many people don't put enough security on their Gibsons. They assume they've got enough willpower to stop intruders on their own.
Salam, Mandala.
Hi. I'm finally at the site. You were right. I can feel the connection.
That is good to hear. You managed to avoid detection in your journey?
Yeah, nobody noticed me. Just some thrall wandering the southwest city. What is it you need me to do here?
We have the ID for their system, but are unable to access it. You must get close enough to it to act as a relay point.
Then your tech teams break into it and find out what their plans are?
Exactly.
I can sense the signal you've mentioned. I've got a visual representation in my trance hub.
Good. You'll know how close you are to your goal.
If they're trying to hide, why are they broadcasting like this?
Like much of hacking, we must look for mistakes our target makes. What you sense is not intentional on their part.
Oh, so it's seepage? Like inter-system connections they haven't noticed?
Precisely. Many of their own devices communicate wirelessly. Their attempt at security involves limiting the range. They therefore avoid attacks from the net at large.
But if you can get a relay close enough...
Then we may study their signal as though we were by your side.
Do you have any idea why they're after me?
We've suspicions that it's related to your unusually high sync rate. I don't think I've seen a mind-machine interface work so fast outside of a laboratory.
Aha! So you're a scientist.
I thought it was considered poor netiquette to pry into one's outside life.
Yeah, sorry. Just that this isn't the kind of thing I normally get into.
You feel unsafe and believe that a greater comprehension would alleviate it. I understand perfectly. All you need to know about me is that I'm on your side, Mandala.
Remind me, what am I doing here?
Just getting close enough to their main server. We suspect it to be based on the aerostat.
Then, when I'm near enough to it...
We shall use your wiring as a relay for our hackers.
Okay, I think I got it. You said Cell wasn't out to get me. So, why was a Cell agent trying to blow me up?
If he's acting independently of Cell, it means one of two things. Something about your death would benefit him, or he is being compelled to act in such a way.
I hope it's number 2. If we can stop whoever's behind this first, then it means he's got no reason to come after me.
Let us hope.
What is your breaching team going to do? When I reach the systems, I mean.
We aim to rip their memory drives. Cloning them onto another system allows us to perform more destructive analytics.
Plus, the process would wreck their whole system as well. Better hope they haven't got any people connected to the system. Anyone wired's going to find their brains fried and stored in a mem capsule.
Of course, before this takes place, we will secure a back door to the system. That way we will not depend on you as a relay. You will therefore be able to escape once this has been accomplished.
Now Latha is worried about other people.
So, the people trying to kill me are working out of an old aerodrome?
Quite so. This air freight business collapsed last year. We suspect it was bought up as a front for this criminal enterprise.
They're storing their data systems in the aerostat? Why don't they just split it up and hide it in the trans?
Physical security is as much a concern for admins as system integrity. If they suspect someone of getting too close,
They can just take off. Huh. I'll get back to you.
good luck.
I know that Latha loves the net, but like I feel like that we've kind of demonstrated that old tech and physical storage is much more inconvenient to access.
Yeah, it is.
Where am I? How did I even get here?
Don't you remember? You're on the train.
Oh, nuke me.
It's the worst trip you've ever had. You were telling me about it.
Took 2.5 hours to get from Cirrus to Barber's Gate. Could have walked it quicker.
The voice over the intercom came on.
City of Newton Transit Services apologizes for the delay to your journey.
It was a weird coincidence that the train's number was the same as your access code, wasn't it?
Service 44138 will resume as soon as possible.
Huh? Was it like that?
Probably not, but now your subconscious thinks it was. Ciao.
So the code for the door is just whatever the guard thinks it is?
I presume so, yeah. I mean, I would think that he has access. So we're basically just tricking his subconscious into giving us that data.
That guy's too far away to inject his coffee.
It's true.
Guards patrol beneath the aerostats. Apparently they haven't spotted you in the dimness of the terminal. A large cargo container waiting to be loaded onto the aerostat. The screen shows the weight on the measuring platform in front of it. Apparently it's holding 51 kilograms at the moment. In the kind of feeling knowable only to those with a head full of wiring, you can sense the signal radiating out from the airship. The guards posted around it would probably do their best to stop you getting any closer, though.
Can we open this crate?
Now we just wait and...
All right, let's get it loaded. Yeah, you know how bitchy the doc gets waiting. Hang on. The measurement's all wrong. What? Addy must have screwed it up. The manifest says it should be showing lighter. Idiot. Send it back and get him to recheck the weights.
Okay,
let's
so,
go weigh ourselves on the thing to the right.
Yeah.
It's just a readout showing how much weight is on this platform.
So now it's 96 kilograms, and without her it's 51 kilograms, so she weighs 45 kilograms.
So we just need to add 45 to box A121.
Yes.
All right, guys, measure me again.
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addy's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Hang on. The scanner's reading the contents as organic. Addie's got it listed as inorganic.
Ah, typical. Send it back. Tell him to get his act together. He should make sure the manifest matches what's in the box. We can't exactly open them all to check. We'd be here all night.
Hold on a second. This box smells all wrong. So I guess we have to select what it is from the list.
Well, this mandala beware seems...
It seems conspicuous, yes.
It does. I feel like I should be using, like, transplant material human.
That would make sense, unless you're going to be like, there's clothing in here, too. What the heck? Tell Addy to get his act together.
Let's try it. Let's see how many ways we can get Addy written up.
Can you believe this, bozo?
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Scan's so organic. Same as the manifest.
Fantastic. Get it aboard. Kreisel and the doc want to cast off.
The signal's going crazy. I must be on top of... Huh?
Oh, we're home. Wonderful. No, Cheffie!
They really need to get the antenna fixed on this apartment.
Yeah.
The simulations exceeded its buffer.
Took her long enough. I think Jinsel did a pretty good job on that one. Why'd you have to get someone like Jinsel involved in it, though?
Because when I asked you to do it, you apparently couldn't keep your thirst for revenge in check. Or should I say Baxter's thirst for revenge? I don't see why you store the targets in your own wiring. It's obviously not good for you.
It's more secure. I suppose Jinsel did their job.
Got her to walk right in the front door. Even packaged and delivered herself. Ha! We have some big plans for you, sister.
Oh no. They were bad guys.
You got George Stobart and everything.
Alright, it's time for action, Regis. A gun and a phone, it's all I need.
Like, ooh, this coffee looks good.
Looks like this aircon was busted recently. Maybe street punks, but thanks to the addictive properties of the trance, you don't see so many of those about anymore. A mixed blessing. You recognize the model of aerostat. It's the same type that the Mindjacker escaped to from the top of Animus Organics. You can see a guard slumped over the desk, geared up the same way as the strike team at the factory.
Tisk, tisk.
Through the damage, you can make out an itinerary. Yeah. We've seen that.
I can't reach it from here.
I tried.
I like that implies that if Charlie did have it within reach, he would try to pick it up.
Mm-hmm. He's not carrying anything you can use, short of completely undressing him. You don't think you've got enough time to be that thorough. But you would, if you did. Cargo status, loading complete, checks complete. Xanadu ER2, make ready to launch.
I got here just in time. They're about ready to run. Can't do that.
How much does Charlie weigh?
Error, input drivers disabled. Abort, retry, or fail.
Will Charlie just get to walk on board, no problem?
The cargo hangar, though rickety, is probably the safest place on this airfield. The way the containers are spread out between the hangar and the aerostat, you guess they're in the middle of loading. After being moved from the hangar, it looks like the crates are sealed for transit. You can't find a way into these ones. Well, can we stow away in the landing gear?
Just casually walking up to it.
Okay, we'll just go in the door. Patrolling back and forth across the cargo bay, it's a wonder the guard hasn't worn a hole in the floor.
The way out.
Quiet, Charlie.
Is this a good old-fashioned Sierra scenery puzzle? Gotta stay behind the crates? Maybe not. Can I do this?
Damn, it's out of charge.
Of course it is.
What was that noise?
Huh? Whose footsteps are these? Judging by the diagrams you can see through the surface of the screen, the console appears to control a loading hatch.
I can't reach him from up here. Plus, I don't like my odds against him.
From up here?
Looks like it's not operated by hand.
That was close.
Easy.
Got him.
I'm glad to see that the crisis agents here are genome soldiers.
Yeah. Thermal goggles.
Thermoptic goggles. Same ones I've seen the strike team using. Shows heat sources as an image.
I imagine this is how we're going to find Latha.
So I can't move around while using the visor, but I can see things. Oh, there's sickbay. That's where she is. It's no wonder this aerostat's such a heap. They've almost run out of maintenance supplies. More so now that you've helped yourself.
An industrial rivet gun. Uses compressed air to punch finger-length bolts through metal surfaces. I wonder if they ever have to use this from the outside while in flight.
Well, it's mine now. This hatch has been locked from the other side.
Well, that's inconvenient.
You remember seeing a hotspot through the thermal vision underneath here. The sign by the door tells you that this is a multi-purpose room, likely re-equipped from job to job depending on the needs of a client. From the smell and the surgical lamps you can see through the window, it appears to be fitted as a sick bay.
Stop squirming, will you?
That operator will shoot me down the moment I open the door.
Stop squirming, will you?
That operator...
She's still gonna squirm.
Now where'd the junction go? Do I have to use the goggles again? Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a junction. Okay, so it's showing up a variety of things.
What do I look like, a mechanic? That's what I've got Lau for.
Wow.
What do I look like? That's what I...
Where is Lau anyway?
Good question.
It's locked with a password. How quaint. It will still need to be breached before the terminal can be accessed.
That'd be a waste.
Just rivet it more secure than it already is.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Lau, you there?
Standing by and waiting for your signal.
You remember the plan?
Don't worry about me. You just be careful. Don't do anything stupid.
What was the plan again?
I don't remember. I don't know that we know. Kabaddi is leading Newton 55-37. Just
good to
so
know.
Everybody's aware. It's been a while since we've given a sports update, so there's a hot spot
What do
here.
I look like? That's what I've got left.
Can I use this rivet gun on anything?
What do I look like? That's
You expect me to use an inventory item? Come on. Guard?
The thinness of the steel wall has allowed the thermal outline of the hired heavy to be visible from this side. Okay.
So are we going to rivet through the wall and kill him?
Goddamn right we are.
Yikes! Charlie, that's going to result in a lot of paperwork.
Thank God you're here.
Who are you?
You've got to get me out of here. They kidnapped me 2 weeks ago. I've been forced to conduct research for them in this aerostat.
Research? What kind of research?
Human experimentation. This poor girl. You see that hardware in the corner?
What the hell did you...
The upper level is clear, but I... Oh. Huh.
Gave him a shot in the back. Your problem is, you overcomplicate things.
Still conscious?
That's how the wetware works. You can't rip his memory, though. He isn't wired.
I'm aware, Ms. Vargas. Take his weapon.
It's out of charges anyway.
This is something I've been looking forward to for a long time.
Ugh, no you haven't. Baxter was looking forward to it.
What's that? I can't hear you.
It's quite a powerful paralytic, isn't it? An unfortunate yet necessary part of our mutual friend here's role.
My targets have to be conscious when I pull the contents of their minds. I'd love to rip the Regis clean out of your head as well.
I told you, he's not wired.
I know, but I know what'll really get to him. What's this? An embryo? It's rather a contentious issue for us, isn't it? Rather a bit of history between us over these little things. Oops. Fragile things, the unborn. Don't worry. Plenty more where that came from. I think this one is going to grow up to be a great success. World leader, Nobel laureate, maybe follow in their father's footsteps. Oops, all gone. Vicky would be so proud, wouldn't she?
Kressel.
After all, you showed her how important those things were. More than anything else in the world, apparently.
Baxter! You seriously need professional help.
Sir, ma'am. Smart Cam feed shows another cell agent just boarded the aerostat. Female, about 1.75 meters.
Huh. Should have known she'd still be after her partner. Commander, prepare to weigh anchor. Kressel, deal with our new cell intruder. Then resolve whatever issues you have with Dr. Regis.
With pleasure. Don't go anywhere.
Are we gonna save the day as Loud now that both of our main protagonists are incapacitated?
Gotcha.
It's the maid.
Yes, it is.
Wow, nice throw, Chantel. Did I do good, Dr. Max? You did great. I'd better find where Regis went.
She kept Cheffie's personality.
We have a hypodermic injector gun loaded with isomerase.
I don't know, inject Baxter, who cares?
With some shit from the lab, yeah.
I can't inject that.
Oh.
Not with that attitude.
Good work, Chantal.
Thanks, Dr. Max.
My job will be a lot easier if I can get Central to agree to take you on full time.
Wetware's not going to connect with that.
Why not?
I seriously just want to see Lau's avatar. From V. Galatea. Subject: the turret. You misunderstand. The aerostat uses non-flammable lifting gas, not inflammable. These two are opposites. The turret, or any other gunfire, will not cause an explosion of the gas. This is elementary school chemistry and English. Please don't give me further reasons to doubt your competence. From Cobalt Actual. Subject: funeral arrangements. Dear colleagues, cremation and inhumation for Ethan Drummer, formerly Cobalt 6 KIA, will take place at the conclusion of the operation. Until then, please limit disruption to duty in acts of remembrance. From Team Cobalt C3, subject: the aerostat. Yeah, the aerostat's a floating pile of garbage, but it's safer than the last job. If Doc wants you to fix something, you fix it. Control for the flaps has been wired through the 4 junction points in the lower hallway. From Centralized Revenue, subject: tax payment. Dear Mr. Keach, following surveillance of your net activity and public behavior, it appears you are working as a paramilitary contractor, without having declared this source of income to the Centralized Revenue and Customs Department. Please complete attached Form ND-1A, or you may be subject to further investigation. Can I reply to them and let them know they forgot to attach the attachment?
Those emails tend to be automated, so I don't think that anybody will actually look at it.
You're right. I still can't send any email. I'm sorry, T-mail. Transmail. The hatch has been locked from the other side. Well, at least Lau got a nice climbing animation out of it.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have a good conversation here with Charlie.
What the hell's going on in here? Regis!
On the body, you find his unusable weapon and the communication gear hooked into his neural wiring. The poor girl's unconscious. You're not sure what they were doing to her in this lab, but there have always been rumors about unethical private contractors abducting thralls off the street for research. Somehow, though, this girl's face seems oddly familiar.
You don't say.
She's out of it.
Comm system
I've
obtained.
reached the comm system. Now it thinks my traveler's part of their network. She's got her own. Most thralls are practically leaking from the ears with wetware wiring.
Regis has been incapacitated. He's conscious, but apparently paralyzed. The number of specialized wetware substrates throughout the room gives you a clue as to how they might have done it.
Regis, can you hear me? Better figure out how to fix you.
I'm surprised she didn't make some quip like, I think I like him better this way.
Regis, can you hear me? Better figure...
Okay.
I'm surprised that at a glance she can tell that he's been paralyzed.
Effectiveness report. Thyroactinase-414B. The use of a wetware-based incapacitating agent has proven fortuitous. In the course of his work, Mr. Kreisel has found the 414B wetware to be effective at subduing the targets while retaining consciousness, but also acts as a primer for the extraction process. The choice of wetware rather than a conventional chemical paralytic also enables a much less precise delivery vector suitable for covert work. The only downside thus far has been 414B's susceptibility to wetware's inherent weaknesses, for example, temperature or bodily rejection. That might be important.
So we need to microwave Charlie is what I'm hearing.
Locked. Apparently this terminal will take a little breaking before it reveals its secrets to you. Huh. He certainly looks like Dr. Baxter, according to the background reports you were given. Even if it weren't for the fact that you'd stored the image in your wiring, you'd remember this face anywhere after his escape at Animus. For a man about to pulverize someone's head with a claw hammer, he looks remarkably cool and confident, as though this is just a step in a larger plan. Dr. Baxter's body sits slumped in its chair, apparently the recent victim of a mind-jacking attack. He looks a lot more complete than when you last saw him, though. He certainly looks like Dr. Baxter, according to the background reports you were given.
So it's just a lore terminal, I'm guessing.
Apparently, yeah.
I can't inject that.
No, we can't inject that.
Locked. I can't leave Regis like that.
Oh, maybe this will revive him.
Oh, my head.
Thanks, Max. Great job saving my ass and everything.
Yeah, and sticking me with an injector. You suddenly a medic?
Just a lucky hunch. You going to fill me in on what's going on here?
Later. Update me on the immediate situation first.
Well, the bad news is I saw someone escape through the hatch at the top of that ladder.
Damn. It sounded like she was one of the ringleaders of this plan.
On the other hand, our newest recruit just made her first caller.
New recruit.
Oh yeah, you're going to love this. Ah, damn it, I don't believe it!
It ran out of charge again, didn't it?
She must have overexerted herself. Damn it! I had him right here.
Whoa, what's happening? The aerostat's taking off.
Where are they taking it?
Doesn't matter. Wherever it is, we need.
You alright, Charlie? I'm not sure how much of that stuff I was supposed to give you.
I'll be fine.
You're in no fit state for any more trouble. Stay down here, try and figure out what they're doing with the girl. I'll find a way to the upper deck. Chantel? Damn! I'll see if I can get her up and running again once this is all resolved.
This is why you spring for the big battery.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna need to do something with those junctions that we saw. But Regis has the goggles.
Hey, Regis.
Yes, Dr. Lau?
You feeling any better?
A little. How did you know to come to my rescue?
I broke their comms channels. Figured I owed it to them. Cracked the bug they put in my system and rode the signals back to theirs.
I'll never be able to figure out how you do these things, Max.
Which guarantees my job security. Can I get an update?
We need to get after the people running this aerostat. And this conspiracy. I'll see what I can do for this girl.
So, Nita Jiang led us to these people. She's helping us find whoever set you up for Baxter's murder, right?
There's that. And... Max, I haven't been completely honest with you.
There's a surprise. Dr. Cryptic has been withholding info.
Ah, cram it, Lau. These people, they took something from me. Embryos fertilized by myself and by Vicky, my wife.
These people stole your embryos? Your kids?
They needed me to get their memory module for them from Vanderwall. And they knew exactly what my price would be.
Wait, they tried to get you to help them?
They forced me, Max. There was no way I could say no. Those embryos, they were all I had left of her. And because of those people, of all this...
I hate to say it, Regis, but I kind of understand.
They asked me to do terrible things for the return of the embryos.
Whether it's because they're a link to Viksha or because you're their father, I don't even want to think of what I'd have done in your position.
The embryos are gone. He destroyed them.
Regis, I'm sorry.
There's nothing left. There's nothing else he can twist me with. All we can do is bring that monster in. For them.
Nina's led us right to the Mindjacker?
He was the blonde one Chantel took down. I heard him gloat about what he'd done. He stores the target's information within his own wiring until he can offload it.
Looks like he's got quite an operation behind him. I guess it's not surprising he's been robbing synapses all over the world. Gotta be for something more than corporate espionage at this rate. So, the Mindjacker tried to blackmail you because you're on this case?
It's more than that. It sounded personal.
Maybe you've crossed paths before?
No, not with him. But the way he talked, it was like he was out for revenge. And not just that. It's as if he were Baxter looking for revenge.
That's impossible. Baxter's dead for one thing. Maybe he's his son?
No, he's a Mindjacker. When he drained Baxter, he didn't just get information. He got his motivation as well. And it stuck.
Sounds like he got a lot more than he bargained for. So, we've caught up with our Mindjacker. We know that he's apparently ripped dozens of prominent individuals in a number of fields.
Including Baxter, some of whom is apparently stuck. Question is, what's all this setup?
What do they plan on doing with the data they've stolen? Straight neural data is hard to process. That is, unless you've got an AI to read it.
Whatever it is, it must involve this girl.
Who was escaping through the ceiling hatch? It wasn't the Mindjacker, was it?
No, he's the one Chantel caught, briefly. By the sound of it, the Mindjacker's working for her.
His work is part of a larger plan of hers, then?
Possibly. She's the one running this lab, for sure.
Chantal's really pulling her weight in this job.
It's a shame it couldn't hold down Kressel, the Mindjacker.
Hey, cut her some slack. She took down 2 heavies on the tarmac.
I'm not going to make any promises about taking her on full time.
You're just worried about synthetics stealing your job.
You may as well take this now. You seem to be the maid wrangler.
Oh, good.
Chantal's...
I'm not going...
That's a... Chantal... That's
Ow,
a...
stop.
Ouch. So, this Kressel guy, the Mindjacker, he killed Baxter?
And by the sound of it, ripped the contents of his mind first.
When I saw Baxter's head, I thought that either his killer really hated him.
Like I would. Or he was covering up evidence of a mindjacking by destroying his brain tissue.
It's a theory. Sounds like we might be able to back it up. So, what do we do from here?
Now we know this is where the Mindjacker's operating from.
We need to find out what their plans for all those stolen memories are.
We'd better find out where this aerostat's going, too.
The best way of covering all those would be apprehending these people. Central's gonna be pretty pissed about this. More than usual, I mean.
Is it working again?
Yeah, we fought off the intrusion.
Damn. I was hoping they'd broken it permanently.
Nah, we could
Come
handle
on,
it.
Charlie.
It was a weird attack, though. Like, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Well-trained hackers. Foreign intelligence?
No, better than that. Like, they were intimately familiar with Central. Then, as sudden as it had started, the attack halted about 18 hours later. Any idea who the Thrall in Skanto Blue is?
Not a clue. She must be important to their plan.
Maybe she just wandered into their airfield. A useful test subject for whatever this is.
She was at Cell earlier. She'd been targeted. They must be after her for some reason. I'll do what I can to keep her stable.
Do your best, Regis.
What?
She looks familiar. I can't quite place her, though. I guess I see too many Thralls. Any idea what all this hardware does yet?
Not sure. I can't access the terminal.
Sounds like you need a specialist. I'll tell you what I find. Find anything useful yet?
Just a length of cable.
Why would I need a steel cable?
You're the tech, you figure it out. I also picked these up while I was finding my way in.
Now that's more like it. I'll check in
Do I
later.
look like a mechanic?
Where did we get a scalpel and a steel cable?
I mean, if you were like, going for S-rank true ending, you would have obviously seen those things. So.
So she looks familiar because she's their daughter, right? Absolutely at this point.
Yeah, I am 100% sure. Like, I was going like 99. No, this is what they're going for.
Yeah.
Gotta salvage Cheffie.
Everything that was her is now in my pockets. How did I plan on doing that? That's not the procedure.
I don't know. I'm clicking inventory items on things, Lau.
Also, don't forget that we do have access to their comms.
That's true, we do.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3 standing by.
Cobalt 3, what is your status?
Cobalt 1 and 2 secure. Assets en route to target.
Copy that. Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to starboard side.
Copy that. Already in position for intercept.
I don't think this is going to be useful just yet.
Cobalt
Seemingly
3,
not.
hostile sighted to port side.
Cobalt 3, hostile spotted outside the aircraft.
Not until I find out what's in the crate. If I drop it, it's gone forever.
Ah, there's an open crate.
I wonder what this was for.
Anti-personnel ammunition.
A
We're gonna
box
kill
of
more
16
people.
millimeter depleted uranium armor-piercing
I know,
ammunition
armor-piercing.
arranged on belts. They'd make a pretty serious mess out of anything. If Regis would let me carry anything big enough to fire them, that is. Hey, this one's empty. Oops.
I'd be awfully nervous walking along that shutter.
Right? The intake for the aerostat's turbofan engine. You can feel the powerful air current it's creating from where you stand.
I am not reaching into that. Sorry, I forgot to bring a parachute. It's a long way down. That's not going to stop it. That's not going to stop it.
If there's one place you don't want a thermal visor messing up your depth perception, it's hanging out of an airship 1,000 meters up in the air.
Can you just like chuck your wetware into the fan? Okay, well, that works. I don't know why we wanted to do that, but we messed up an engine.
Now not functional, the turbine no longer creates the powerful force of suction. That the aerostat continues to move suggests at least one more engine somewhere else on the hull.
I am not.
Okay.
You don't
Well,
want to climb inside now that it stopped spinning?
I guess not. And I can't go up this hatch, huh?
Well, if we could access the terminal, then maybe we could, like, you know, put Cheffie inside, and she'd be more than happy to open it for us. Or I guess this is only email.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to breach it.
Let's see, what am I missing?
Well, she went up that, like, ladder there up to another level, and I'm assuming it's locked on this end.
It is.
But
Huh? Not something I can do. Not in this case. She's out of it.
Oh,
What
I
kind
got
of
my
fire
own.
is it?
Regis's wouldn't work for me anyway. They're signature weapons.
no. That's his stunner.
Hey Regis, you want your stunner back?
Later. Gotta help this poor girl first.
Regis's stunner lies on the counter. He may have been paralyzed, but it looks like they didn't want to take any chances. Unless there's something I'm missing in this terminal, but there didn't seem to be any way that I could interact with anything here.
Right. It just seemed to be establishing, like, exactly that Kreisel killed Baxter. Doesn't need surgery.
See, I was thinking I could use a scalpel to pry one of these things off, but none of them need surgery. Stainless steel monomolecular surgeon scalpel. It looks very expensive and brand new.
It would only work when she's powered up.
Remind me, does your inventory scroll right now?
It does to ammunition.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we do seem to be, like, missing a hotspot somewhere.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3 standing by.
Cobalt 3, mission is compromised. Scrub the operation and return to base.
What? Negative, actual. Il Sitrep shows objectives not compromised.
Damn, worth a shot. Cobalt 3, what is your status?
Perimeter secure. No sign of hostiles.
Copy that. Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to starboard side.
Copy that. Over.
Oh.
That's one of the power junctions pulled.
Oh.
And it was so much simpler than we thought.
That's another done. How many of these things are there?
Well, there's 4.
General alarm. Starboard control services compromised.
Oh.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3 standing by.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to port side.
Okay, so what did that do?
Well, it looked like that it, like, caused another, like, shutter to open, and that might, like, be able to dispose of a guard that we can't even see yet.
Central, please acknowledge.
Central Systems, standing by. Dr. Lau, has progress been made in your attempt to locate Dr. Regis?
Yes. He left a message for me at the growth lab. It led me straight to him, in the abandoned factory district.
And you did not take him into custody?
His testimony suggests that he'd been framed for Baxter's murder. It also appears that something more serious is underway, linked to the minejacker.
You believe him?
Plans are in motion that may threaten the security of the entire city. I can't quite explain how at the moment, but together, Regis and I... Please, Central, trust me that I know what I'm doing.
Acknowledged. Retasking asset. CS Lau M. Reactivating asset. CS Regis C. Continue with investigation of potential citywide security threat.
You're okay with this?
Analysis of Dr. Regis's behavior does not suggest a high-risk index to public safety. The only likely target of his aggression would have been Adam Baxter, deceased.
And he's been resolved. So you don't think Regis did it?
Whether he is responsible or not can be determined more thoroughly through forensic analysis. He does not pose a threat to others, and his continued presence suggests he is not a flight risk. In addition, his skill as an investigator will aid in resolution of more serious matters.
Huh. Sometimes you have a really strange way of looking at things, Central.
I have a holistic point of view. I can see the big picture, as you might put it. Please continue your investigation into anti-civil activities underway.
Central, where are we?
I have been able to locate the aerostat by triangulation of your own systems.
It can't hide this time.
It appears that you are aboard an aerostat XAN-78, loading registered flight plan. The planned course appears to match your current heading, azimuth 86 degrees, speed 45 kilometers per hour. I cannot locate Dr. Regis. It is possible that he has had his traveler modified.
Sounds like something he'd do. He's here with me. We're not sure where they're headed yet, but they're armed to the teeth in here.
Interceptors dispatched. Contact will be made before the aerostat reaches the coast.
Any further update on last night's heuristic attack?
No conclusive information has yet been discovered. It appears to not merely have been a DDoS attack coordinated by a large number of systems, but one targeted precisely to a vulnerable junction.
As if they had inside information on where to hit?
It would have required up-to-the-minute data on central system activities.
This is looking more and more like an inside job.
Perhaps. Investigation of suspected parties will be commenced.
Tell the Snatch teams not to be too rough. I want to speak to them as well. No further updates, just checking in.
Confirmed and noted, Dr. Lau. Please proceed with your investigation.
Well,
Central is being a lot more reasonable with our like possible treason here than I would expect.
Mm-hmm.
Not an option. No way. One bad drop and I might kill someone at street level.
Oh, there's a pipe here. Okay.
That should be safer.
Now can we go to... Okay. Now we can access that hatch we opened.
Okay. That makes sense. You consider trying to persuade him of the futility of his position, but decide against it. They're probably paying him too much for him to change his mind.
Tell him to go somewhere else.
That guard by the window almost saw me. I've got to get rid of him.
It's like, why
Bang.
is there so much noise?
While taking him down would mean one less obstacle, the stunner doesn't have the reach necessary to hit him from here. He also doesn't need surgery. Can I throw bullets at him?
Not in this case.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, there we go.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you,
Cobalt 3, dead.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to port side.
Copy that. Moving into position.
There we go.
Verify identity. Voice print required. Cobalt 1-8 Sigma. Voice print confirmed. Please exit targeting zone. Verify identity. Voice print required. Password incorrect.
Oh. Oh.
Let me try that again.
A gas release valve on the side of the enormous steel cylinder. This is likely to be where hoses are connected for lifting gas to be pumped elsewhere. A ferocious-looking automated turret has been set up on the catwalk, likely to stop you getting at the aerostats control center.
Verify identity. Voice print required. Password.
The visor appears to be out of charge.
Useless. I want to put Cheffie in the turret, but we can't.
Wetware's not going.
Me too.
Target acquired. Target lost.
That was close.
Verify password.
I tried that already.
Wetware's not going to connect with that.
Oh, it's a patch. Hang on. Loki's barking. Alright, I think she's done. A ragged patch on the side of one of the gas bags. These stitches are probably a temporary measure until a more durable repair can be made, but given the age of this bucket, you're unsure how likely that is to happen. Though it appears to have been broken in the past, the staples holding the temporary patch in place are too strong to be removed by hand. We broke it. Rippling as helium gas escapes from its high-pressure container.
I'm not going... Hey, what happened? Oh, right, helium.
Get the other guy to talk.
Verify identity. Voice print required. Password incorrect.
I'm glad our voice is still high. So... I guess I'm not...
I don't understand.
Guess I wasn't triggering the hotspot.
Try using your comms to kind of pull him over here.
Cobalt 3, this is actual. Do you, copy? Over.
Cobalt 3 standing by.
Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to starboard side.
Copy that. Already in position.
Cobalt, do you... Cobalt 3, hostile sighted to port side.
Copy that. Moving into position. Verify identity. Voice print required.
Cobalt 1, hey, what happened?
Voice print not identified.
No, wait, it's Cobalt 1 and 8 Sigma.
Voice print not identified. Terminating security threat.
Wait, stop.
Brutal.
Warning. Ammunition depleted.
Convenient.
Target acquired. Warning. Ammunition depleted. Entering power save mode.
He got what was coming to him.
Hello?
User IFF not found. Consider hostile.
How do you feel?
Power systems nominal. Primary mission heuristics active. Ammunition depleted.
Hungry then. What's your primary mission?
Objective neutralize intruders.
Blast that door.
Error unauthorized user.
Oh, so you won't take my orders. I suppose you were just trying to kill me a minute ago.
Alright, so can we wetware into it?
Wetware's not going...
Can we...
Just use your splitter.
Oh, it's got a person... Oh, good. Oh, good.
Jeff made barman.
Hello?
Hi there.
How do you feel?
I'm just dandy, thanks. Except I'm all out of ammo.
Sorry about that. I'll see what I can do. How do you feel?
I'm just...
Sorry about... What's your primary mission?
You asking me to come help on your case, Dr. Max?
Blast that door. Well?
I'm real sorry, Dr. Max. I just don't know how to drive this thing.
What?
I could make you a martini, though. Would that help?
Yeah, so we've got to... Yeah, change
the role. And give her the bullets, unless you just want to hear another line.
Hello?
Hi there.
Blast that door.
Stop! Just stop shooting at us. You'll blow the whole damned aerostat up.
I'm about to come in. Place your hands above your heads and remain where you are. Regis, I've got the suspects holed up. What's your status?
Good job, Lau. I've been doing some digging in here. Apparently, their intended destination is Fulcrum Tower.
The tower? In an aerostat? Why?
Let me send you the files.
Freeze!
Hi there. Are you alright?
Get nuked. You're the one who tried to kill me in the first place.
Why would you say that?
I saw the data feed from 14E. You were there. You planted the bomb.
Who showed you that feed? Do you trust them?
It's still a pretty big coincidence you being here too.
I'm a cell agent. I came looking for a missing girl. It's my job.
All I know is you're still following me and I need to get out of here. Get out of my way or I'll shoot.
No, you won't. I can see it in your eyes, and the way you're holding that weapon. You don't want to shoot. You're a good person.
You don't know me!
Deep down, you know I just want to help you, and you want that help too. You're not going to shoot me. That's how I...
Regis, you still there?
Uh-oh.
Anyone comes through that door, Chantel, you make them regret that decision.
Got it.
Regis! You just shot a cell agent trying to help you.
He tried to kill me!
Hang on, Regis. Wait a minute. I know you. You're the girl who was with Dr. Vargas. Galatea, right?
Gala what?
You alright?
I'll be fine. Apparently it wasn't as empty as I thought. The counter must have had a charging plate.
More to the point, how did she shoot you with your own signature weapon?
I'm not sure.
Hold still. Just need to scan you.
Yep, she's your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Regis? Why does this girl have half of your genome?
What?
This girl, who yesterday was introduced as Dr. Vargas's daughter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Vargas doesn't have a daughter. Oh my god. My god, he couldn't have.
What? What is it?
That son of a bitch. I know who you are, and I'm so sorry.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You called it.
You can't withdraw the embryo now. We're finished without it.
What part of no wasn't clear, Baxter? We've decided not to use our embryos in the project. We'll find another way to do it.
You don't know what's at stake. Our reputations, our whole careers could be made or broken by this.
Dr. Baxter, we've made our decision.
He's poisoned you against us. Don't let his antiquated morals stand in the way of what we can achieve here.
Thanks to Charlie, I've seen things from a more holistic perspective. There's more to life than the project.
Bah!
Thanks, Vicky.
Thank you, Charlie. We're starting our lives together, and that's what's most important to me.
But
Adam, what are you doing?
Do you know what will happen when this project fails? There's nowhere left to go for me after this. My career is in ruins. I've no future without this project. Do you see, Dr. Regis? You have ended me.
that's a yikes.
You have ended me.
Well, I guess Baxter really did do it. I had doubts.
Vicky.
My god. So that means that this girl is...
They must have continued their research after I left the project. Duplicated the embryo to use as a baseline.
Wait, that means I'm your... Oh, Nuke, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Max, this is my daughter.